Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rob Finger. Welcome back to the Hornets Hockey Network. Alongside our videographer here, Fu-Mei Tung. We are here at quite the opposite of our home arena, one that was built in the late 20s, early 30s of the previous century. This one was built just last year. Welcome to the Nexus Center out in downtown Utica, where your Hornets are going to go up against the Mohawk Valley Jugglers for their final game of the regular season. After this, it only comes to sectionals, and if you lose, you are out. I apologize for a little bit of an abbreviated intro today. Unfortunately, my laptop doesn't like to hold its battery, and as it was sitting in my bag ready to type one out on the ride here, well, I opened it and it was dead. So, I'm going to have to shoot from the cuff here for the first couple minutes. But no worries, we will hear the opening announcements and the starting lineups from the announcer of this arena here. And boy, oh boy, first impressions of the Nexus Center. My goodness, this is a warm arena. This is one of the first arenas that I've walked into and said, this is downright warm. Like I said, the opposite of our Toyota Coliseum back in Syracuse. But my oh my, this is a nice arena. It has a food stand in the arena itself. That's all you need to say. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have your FM Hornets versus the Mohawk Valley Jugglers here on the Hornets Hockey Network. We'll give you a few people to maybe look out for. Luke Williams and Alex Tallarico for Mohawk Valley currently lead the stat sheet with 11 points and 10 points each, both fairly evenly split. In goal for Mohawk Valley, it's really Noah Narolis who we should talk about. He's got a .868 save percentage with a goals against average of 4.05. Also, apologies for any ducking in and out. Our hotspot here isn't exactly the most effective.
This is a Fayetteville-Manlius starting lineup. At forward, number 9, Michael LaDuke. At forward, number 10, Joey Levino. At forward, number 15, Noah Shannon. Defense, number 12, Charlie Lorraine. Defense, number 18, Ian Swollen. Between the pipes, number 31, Chris Zimmer. And coach, Jim Wisnowski and Assistant coach, Trevor Chase. And now, the starting lineup for your Mohawk Valley Jugglers. Senior forward, number 4, Ian Tallarico. Senior forward, number 25, Trevor Chase. And center number 3, Sean Graziano. Senior defense, number 11, Paul and Eisenhower. Senior number 26, Lucian Thompson. Between the pipes for your Jugglers, number 31, Noah Morales. Head coach, Bob Manley. Assistant coach, Greg Hook. Please stand and move for cats for the playing of national anthem and colors by Notre and JROTC color guard. Tonight's presiding the American Cadet Seaman Apprentice, Daniel Williams. Presenting the flag, Cadet Seaman Apprentice Gordon. Right guard is Petty Officer, 3rd Class, Chris Riggington. Right guard, Cadet Seaman Apprentice David Dare.
And with that, another exciting edition of Hornets hockey will commence out here in Utica. Some more stats for those of you inclined here on the Hornets side. Currently leading our point stack is none other than Joey Leveroni. He currently has 10 goals to his name, as well as 9 assists. But he leads actually neither of those columns. Leading goals here would be Greg Manzi, number 28. The star to be here, or the star that is this season. He's currently got, I believe, either 3 or 4 hat tricks this season. Quite the star in this Hornets crew. And leading assists, actually, is number 9, Michael Leduc. He's got 11. And the closest behind him is actually 9 from Joey. And in terms of goaltending, it's Chris Finger on the other end of the ice here. He's got a .904 save percentage and a goals against average of exactly .3.14. And we will commence here at center ice, the opening faceoff. That was won back by FM. Here comes Michael Leduc. Coming up the side, putting it off the near boards into the Jugglers' end here. Looking to grab that though. Dalton Eisenhut sending it over to the far side. The Jugglers sending it towards the center. Over to the far side now for Sean Graziano. He will dump it in. Bouncing off the boards there, almost coming back into the front of the net of Chris Finger. Over to the far boards now for Noah Chen. He'll send it towards the center. Keeping it in, though, is Mohawk Valley. But they will choose to regroup here. Sending it to the near side here. Noah Chen grabbing it along the boards, leaving that for Colton Ives. He'll get it over to Lorraine on the other side. Lorraine back over to Joey Leveroni. Towards the middle here. He tried to dump that in there, but it got blocked down by Mohawk Valley. Charlotte Lorraine now with it. Lorraine looking over his options. Sending it across there. It gets picked up by Drew Manzi off a stick of a juggler there. He'll try to make some moves and dump it in. He gets a big hit there, but both of them went down. Tyler Main grabbing that for FM. He gets it off the near boards, getting it right into the hands of Dalton Eisenhut. He will dump it in on net. Chris Finger turning it away, giving that to Brian Tonkovich. And boy, oh boy, referees having to blow it dead because Mohawk Valley just wouldn't get out of the zone. 15:49 remains in this first period of play. Still no score from the Nexus Center. And now, due to that ruled intentional offsides here, we will have our first face-off in the Mohawk Valley end. Referees blowing this one dead, making sure those wingers are at their posts, not creeping in. Face-off, one back by FM. Nico Capriati handing it over to Brian Tonkovich. He'll send that deep into the zone. Grabbing that, Connor McDonald. Forwards it behind the goal here. They'll try to send it towards the center, but Mohawk Valley will get a hand on it and get it out of the zone. Brian Tonkovich on the far side of the ice. He puts it off the near boards here. It'll go back into Mohawk Valley's end. They'll try to get it the other way. Getting it up to Sean Graziano. Graziano dumping it in on net. Chris Finger turned that away with his blocker. Tonkovich grabbing that on the far boards. Looking over his options. Sends it around the near corner here. Graziano getting it, though, getting it towards the center. FM is able to recover. Connor McDonald sending it up to Nico Capriati. Capriati fanning on that one. Wasn't quite able to dump it in. Mohawk Valley will get their hands on it and send it back up the other way. Gavin Patnam handling it in the middle of the ice now. He sends that up to Walker Thompson. They will enter the zone, but one of the forwards there was just over the line, and that will be offsides. Face off to the left. Face off one back by Mohawk Valley. They will get it up and into the Hornets' end here. Brady Moore grabbing that off the far boards. Grabbing that for Mohawk Valley, though, Eric Hugh Ball. He'll send it up there. A big hit will come from Brady Moore, and he will grab that and dump it into the Jugglers zone. Eric Hugh Ball grabbing it up, getting it towards the near boards here. Grayson Mucha putting in all the effort he can. He'll get it deep in. Mucha in the near corner. Sends it up for Patnode at the near point. Patnode grabbing that again. He'll dump it in just on Noah Narolis there, and he will choose to cover. 14-19 left to go in this first period of play. And, once again, apologies for the rough video here. Still have yet to figure out the Wi-Fi in this building. So we're having to use a hotspot right now. Face off to the right of Narolis, one back by the Hornets. Charlotte Lorraine with a big shot there. That was turned away into the far corner. Leveroni handing that over to Chen. Chen in the corner. Leveroni grabbing it, sending it up to Colton Ives at the far point here. Leveroni grabbing it. Nola is turning a shot away. Keeping it in are the Hornets. Leveroni hops up to Charlotte Lorraine, but it gets out of the zone, and fighting for that one, Alex Tellerico. He'll send it deep into the Hornets' end, turned away by Chris Finger, and Colton Ives just missed that puck there. He'll go back to grab it. Still with the possession. Alex Tellerico putting a big hit on him. And Charlotte Lorraine is there to pick it up. Hands it up to Leduc. They'll try to get it out of the zone, but a shot from the point. That one was turned away by the blocker of Finger. They'll go into the far corner now. Leveroni sending it up the far boards, and that one they will rule as icing. $13:24 left to go in this first period of play. Still no score, and if you aren't already, make sure you follow us on Instagram at FM Hornets Hockey for all the latest updates regarding your Hornets team, including videos and extras. Face off, one back by Mohawk Valley. They'll try to get a shot on here, but it gets off there. They'll put it in the near far corner there. FM grabbing that one in the middle. Tyler Main sending it off the near boards here. Greg Manzi going to chase it. Picking that one up. Lucas Cornish. Greg Manzi picking it up instead. Manzi walking it around here. Looking over his options. Hands it over to Tyler Main. Main dropping that for Manzi. Manzi didn't quite get it. And Jugglers will get it out. Ryan Tonkovich handing it over to Teddy Smart. Smart sending it to the far side for Greg Manzi. Manzi sending it across there. Didn't quite reach him. But Drew Main is able to forward that forward. Mohawk Valley just getting it off the glass there. A shot and a save from Chris Finger. I think some of the members of the FM bench there thought that might have been out of play as it hit that curved piece of glass. Mohawk Valley still with it in the Hornets' end. They shoot it from the point, and it's gloved up by Finger. 12:27 left to go in this first period of play. Still no score. 4 shots for Mohawk Valley. Only one for the Hornets so far on the board. Face off. One back there by the Hornets. Brady Moore handing it up for Gavin Patno. They'll get it out of the zone here. Grabbing that. Will Sanzone almost getting tripped up there. Connor McDonald with him. Send it across to Sanzone. Shot. Save made by Norolis. Wow. Back towards the center. That puck will go in. The Jugglers will grab possession here. Grabbing that. Jacob Bennett. He will dump it into the Hornets' end. Going behind the net of Finger. That'll go to the near corner. Nico Capriati getting it high up and out. Grabbing that. Trevor Jones. He'll send it across the ice. Mohawk Valley trying to dump it in here, but it'll get into the Jugglers' end once again. Going to grab that. Gavin Patnode instead grabbing that. Trevor Jones for Mohawk Valley. Patnode able to steal it. He hands it over to Connor McDonald. He'll put it in the near corner. Nico Capriati. Capriati trying to dodge a hit there. He's still got that puck going the other way now. He'll hand it up to Connor McDonald. McDonald trying to get it back down to Capriati. They'll get it below the goal line. And the Jugglers will try to get it around the far boards here. Pops back in for Trevor Jones. Jones in the far corner. Trying to get it through his legs there. It worked just a treat here. He'll get it off the near boards. And that'll dump into the Hornets' end. They will rule that no icing. Shot of the rain coming around the far side. Towards the near side of the ice now. Through the middle, actually. And Mohawk Valley will intercept. And they will try to regroup here. Sending it towards the center. Getting his hands on it, Jacob Pacello. He'll hand it up for Taylor Rico. He's not able to get a shot on, and it goes to the far corner. Walker Thompson with it on the far boards. It pops out towards the center. In close, and he's able to take a shot, but it's turned away by Finger. Into the far corner it goes now. Colton Ives fighting for that. Jugglers in the far corner. Shot of the rain, losing that one. Mohawk Valley just trying to regain possession. It's instead Colton Ives in the far corner who grabs that, and they will get it out of the zone, and it almost got onto the stick of Walker Thompson there. Narolis able to play that. A little bit of a risky move there. Walker Thompson just trying to keep it in here. But the Jugglers will get it out. Courtesy of Lucas Cornish. He gets it into the Hornets' end, but he drops that just at the top of the circle. Cornish takes a shot, and it's turned away by Finger. Taylor Rico getting it back for his point man. He will send it into the far corner. Across for Brian Tonkovich now. Tonkovich off the near boards here, but Mohawk Valley will dump it in once again. Teddy Smart behind the net. He'll send it up for Henry Dougherty. But keeping that in is Sean Graziano of Mohawk Valley. Noah Chen trying to get it out the other side now. Mohawk Valley keeping it in once again. Brian Tonkovich behind the net. He fluffed that one. And into the near corner it goes. Tonkovich still fighting in the corner with it. And Dougherty getting it out. Up to the point man. He shoots and it's deflected off a Hornet up into the netting. 9:33 remaining in this first period of play. Still no score from Utica. Face off, one back by the Hornets. As Gavin Patno getting it just out there. Apologies for a little bit of a lapse in commentary here. We're going to have to get the stream back up. We'll try some alternative methods, possibly. And the Hornets were able to score that one. And it's just my luck that as I'm trying to fix the Wi-Fi, Noah Chen goes and scores the first goal of the game. Like I said, just my luck. Mohawk Valley trying to get it up the far side here. And I believe we're back up and running. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. 8:37 remains in this first period of play. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for going down. We're still having to get a handle on the Wi-Fi here in the Nexus Center. But we are back up and running, and the Hornets have the lead courtesy of Noah Chen. Mohawk Valley winning that face-off back. It goes to the far side for Colton Ives. He'll get it up for Greg Manzi, forwarding it into the Mohawk Valley zone. Narola stopping it, leaving that for Trevor Jones. Jones going into the far corner with it. Here comes Drew Main grabbing possession. Goes back to number 16, Nick Matza. Keeping it in are the Hornets. Drew Main looking to come around the net. in the near corner. Dropping that. That'll go to Greg Manzi. Manzi kicking it up to himself. In the far corner now. Looking to rim around here. He sends it all the way up to Charlie Lorraine, but it just bounced off and over his stick. Lorraine coming back up the near side. Looking over his options as he enters the zone. Comes across, but he gets a little held up there. Golden Knives able to keep it in. Mohawk Valley trying to get it out here. Intercepted by Sanzone. He puts a shot on. Kicked away by Norolis. Taking that back. Nico Capriati with a backhand shot. But it went off a juggler there, and the Jugglers will get it quickly out of the zone. That one will be an icing. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, apologies for going down for a little bit. Like I said, getting a handle on this brand new arena's Wi-Fi here. We hadn't quite connected, hadn't quite seen exactly how strong it was, but clearly it's strong now, as we're holding up pretty well. Connor McDonald with it behind the net. Will Sanzone in to help him out, but it's number 12, Lucas Cornish, will come out for the Jugglers. He'll get it up the near boards, and they will get it up and out of the zone all the way down. Ryan Tonkovich with it in the near corner. Trying to evade a hit here, but it's Tellerico. He will take it back. Connor McDonald handing it up to Sanzone. Sanzone slipping over the ice here. Getting that is Mohawk Valley. Here comes Alex Tellerico. He'll try to get it towards the center. Tellerico getting a big body put on him by Brian Tonkovich. Hornets with it on the far boards. Chetty Smart sending it back around to the near side for Nico Capriati. He'll forward that up the boards and out of the zone. Keeping that in is number 11, Dalton Eisenhut, with a shot on finger. He'll turn that away to Teddy Smart. Up now for Connor McDonald. They'll get it high stick there, and no call from the referees. No infraction done. Dumping it back in, Mohawk Valley. Grabbing that is Brian Tonkovich for the Hornets. Over to the far side it goes. Back up to the point man. He takes a shot, but it's off a Hornet. He's able to get in, but it goes wide of the net. Off a shot there. Nico Capriati sending it high and out of the zone. That will be icing. And a rather close icing there. It almost stopped before it reached the goal line. 6:09 left to go in this first period of play. The score is 1-0. The Hornets over the Jugglers so far. But there is a lot of game left to go. Face off. One back by the Hornets. Brady Moore sending it up for Henry Dougherty. He'll take it deeper into the zone. Looking to work it around here. He'll send it up the near boards. Keeping it in his Mohawk Valley with a shot. They tried to redirect it, but it still went wide of the net. Getting it up to the point man, number 23, Eric Uball. He'll send it down, but it'll get into the hands of Gavin Patnode for the Hornets. Patnode coming up from the far side. He's not able to carry it very far. And Trevor Dezidich will get it just into the Hornets' end, but the Hornets able to send it the other way. Mohawk Valley sending it deep into the Hornets' end once again. They will rule that no icing. And Patnode sending it all the way up for Henry Dougherty again. Dougherty on the near side, entering the zone. He shoots it. Turned away by Norolis, and he's having to stretch out there just to cover it before Henry Dougherty to get in and do any damage. 5:20 remaining in this first period of play. We have a face-off to the right of Noah Norolis and the Mohawk Valley end. Face-off. Tied up there, one back by the skate of Joey Leveroni. What a play that was. A big shot from Charlotte Lorraine gets blocked down by the Jugglers. They'll take it the other way. Here comes number 16, Nick Matz, or 26. There. They will dump it into the near corner. Charlotte Lorraine grabbing it for the Hornets. Lorraine off the far boards here. Noah Chen, he'll get it up there. Here comes Michael Leduc trying to make something happen here, but Mohawk Valley will rush it the other way. Golden Knives just getting it in his skate there near the blue line. Joey Leveroni getting a hand on it here. A shot from Mohawk Valley will be turned away easily by Chris Finger. Golden Knives sending it out of the zone. Trevor Jones, though, possessing it for Mohawk Valley. He'll send it up and into the Hornets' end. Lorraine looking over his options. Sends it far across. And that'll go out. Not quite off a stick. That will be icing on this occasion. 4:26 remaining in this first period. The score is 1-0, your Hornets over the Mohawk Valley Jugglers. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. In the Hornets' end. This one to the side by the Hornets. Teddy Smart getting it off the near boards. Still there along the near boards it is, though. Luke Williams possessing it. Towards the center it goes. A shot, and it's turned away off a deflection into the far corner. Teddy Smart getting it behind the net of Finger. They'll hop just over his stick there. Ryan Tonkovich sending it up along the far boards now. But Mohawk Valley keeping it in. A shot there from Tellerico. Just went wide of the net. Here comes Tyler Main for the Hornets. Sending it in for Greg Manzi. Manzi trying to possess it there. He's able to get his hands on it, but he will dump it in. Into the corner it goes. Tyler Main over for Drew Main. Back up to Tyler Main. He'll get it up for Greg Manzi. He tried to have a hit put on him there. Lucas Cornish stealing that away pretty violently was Greg Manzi. He'll walk across the blue line. He shoots it, and it gets redirected up and into the glass. Still in play, though. Tyler Main sending it back for Drew Main. Drew Main making some moves here. Looking over his options. He will cycle that back for Greg Manzi. Manzi looking over his options himself. He walks across the tops of the circles, and it's saved by Nerolis. A shot, and he scores! And Drew Main on a rebound will get the second goal of the game. And the Hornets will extend their lead once more. The score is 2-0 from the Nexus Center. And with 3:14 left to go in this first period, you knew it was coming when 27, 28, and 23 are on the ice. Face off, one back there by the Hornets, but it gets deep into their own end here. Grabbing that, Connor McDonald looking over his options. Gavin Patnode with it in the far corner. He'll get it towards the center. And Brady Moore with a shot, and it's gloved down by Noah Nerolis. And there we go. My oh my. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We seem to have a lot of technical difficulties today. Face off. One back by the Hornets. And Charlotte Lorraine not able to shoot it in quick enough. That'll go out of the zone. They will have to regroup. In goes Grayson Mucha on the far side. Henry Dougherty helping him out, and so does Walker Thompson. It'll go into the far corner. Dougherty in to put some pressure on. It'll go into the hands of Walker Thompson. He'll turn back the other way. Below the goal line still. Dougherty sending it towards the center. But no shot will come as Rice Kennedy getting a little tripped up there. That'll be a penalty. Nerolis will go off the ice. And that will be tripping. I'm not quite sure on who. But that'll be 2 for tripping on the Hornets here. And that is number 19, Grayson Mucha, going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping.
Number 19, Grayson Mucha, 2 minutes tripping.
Face off. One back by Mohawk Valley. It almost squirted out of the zone there. Noah Chen making sure that it does. He's still along the far boards, being strong on his stick as ever. Noah Chen still with it there. He sends it in on Nerolis, and he will turn it away. Nico Capriati going to the near side now. Looking to get his stick back there as it went out of his hands. Getting it towards the center. Here comes Noah Chen. Nico Capriati. And then they go shoot. And they score! And Noah Chen gets a shorty and his second of the game. And the Hornets have a 3-0 lead on Mohawk Valley. We get a penalty. It seems it doesn't matter. Face off back in the center. This one back by Mohawk Valley. Getting that back. In for number 26 here. They'll send it across to the near side. Looking to grab that. Trevor Zizic. He'll get it back to Trevor Jones. Jones looking off the near boards here. Back up to Zizic. It gets just knocked away there by Kevin Patnode, and he's able to work it along that center red line here. But Zizic getting it back. He'll try to pass it over to Graziano, but no shot will come from either of them. Gavin Patnode, once again, sending it high and out of the zone. And we are halfway through our penalty here. Having that back. Norola's trying to get it away from his net here. Trevor Jones sending it back along the near boards. They'll send it across to the other side. Mohawk Valley coming back into the Hornets' end. Looking over their options, getting it off the boards, off the backboards there. Over to the near side, and FM will flip it up and out of the zone again. They will go to change. Mohawk Valley grabbing it, sending it to the near side. Over for Sean Graziano. Graziano getting it towards the other side here. Will Sandron wasn't quite knocked off his feet there. Still in is Mohawk Valley, and Chris Finger is able to cover. That one was close. Jacob Pacello getting right into Chris Finger's business. Unfortunately, he lost the puck there. Chris Finger said, "That will be mine." 35.9 seconds left to go in this first period. Face-off. One back by the Hornets. Trying to get it out, though, is Kelnives. A shot and a save made by Chris Finger. After that one, redirected off a stick there. Boy, oh boy, it's got to be something with this new ice, because the Hornets can't quite handle the puck like they usually do. Coming into the center. Nico Capriati for the Hornets. He will win that back into the near corner, or into the far corner there. Boy, oh boy, Brian Tonkovich putting in the work there, and he will get it single-handedly out of the zone, and the Hornets are even strength. Mucha racing across the ice here to get another player on, and it will be Greg Manzi. He'll send it towards the center for Mohawk Valley. Jacob Pacello dumping it in. 5 seconds left to go in this first period. Brian Tonkovich sending it off the near side, up to Capriati. He'll send it towards the center, and that will do it for this first period of play here at the Nexus Center in Utica. The score after 1, 3 for your FM Hornets, 0 for the Mohawk Valley Jugglers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems we may know how this game will go, but this is the game of hockey. You never can tell. We'll be back for period 2 of hockey here on the Hornets Hockey Network. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network. My name is Rob Finger, alongside our videographer, Fu-Mei Tung. And we are back at the Nexus Center. Just waiting here for this period to start. Once again, according to this year's, referee agreement, the players will not get their standard 3 minutes to go out, cut the ice up, get all nice and warmed up. Nope, they got to sit on the benches. The referees are the only ones who can step on the ice. And we've actually heard from some of the players, some of the parents, that this ice is noticeably soft. I'll say that when I walked into this arena, the one feeling I felt was warm. That was it. I was warmer than all get out, and I am here just in a collared shirt and my nice sweater made by my mom here, the green one with a Hornets hockey logo on it. She got it embroidered at Mackay's. So. But even in this, I am sweating. Boy, oh boy. As the clock runs down here, we'll see. Not sure exactly what we're waiting for here. All the off-ice officials have entered their boxes. Waiting on the world to change, I guess. Hopefully, this period will have significantly less problems with connectivity and all that. From what it looks like so far, it seems a fair bit smoother for those of you watching at home. Once again, we thank you for watching. We really couldn't do this without your guys' support. And I appreciate all of those of you who have come up to me and said, hey, really appreciate what you're doing. I enjoy doing it, so I'm sure, or I hope that you guys enjoy it as well. And as we wait seemingly for something here, I'm not exactly sure what. The bleachers are all filled. The ice is all cut. Nets on their pegs on either side here. Board's got 17 minutes on it, period 2. Not exactly sure what we're waiting for. Possibly for the ice to freeze up a little bit more. Referees will give the signal to the starters. They may enter the ice. Starting in the second period for Mohawk Valley. 24, Jacob Picello. 27, Luke Williams. 21, Alex Delarico. 26, unfortunately not on my roster. And number 18, Trevor Jones. For the Hornets, starting the second period, number 15, Noah Chen. Number 12, Charlotte Lorraine. Number 18, Colton Ives. Number 9, Michael Leduc. And number 10, Joey Leveroni. Announcers hyping us up. Both goaltenders are ready. The timekeepers are ready. We're ready up here. And the puck is won back by the Hornets. They'll get it quickly here. Oh, and that puck got stuck in a puddle there. Like I said in the intro here, a bit of a Hornet sandwich there. A shot, a save from Chris Finger after Mohawk Valley was able to take advantage of that one there. Noah Chen getting thwarted there as he came up the near side here. Mohawk Valley will recover. Getting it along the near side here. Getting it just off the stick of Chalarico there for Charlotte Lorraine, actually, I believe that was. And he will get it deep into the Mohawk Valley end. Oh, and Mohawk Valley will send it right against their fellow player there. And Joey Leveroni not realizing that it's offsides. He tried to swipe at that puck. And that one will be intentional. That'll go all the way down to the left side of Chris Finger in the Hornets' end. Face off to the left of Chris Finger in the Hornets' end. Tied up there in the middle. One forward by Tyler Main of the Hornets. He'll get it just out of the zone here, but the Jugglers will send it back in. Brian Tonkovich coming through the center. He sees some opportunity. Having to come up this rather wet ice here. He shoots it, and it's gloved down by Noah Norolis. 16:01 left to go in period 2 here at the Nexus Center. The score is 3-0 so far, with relatively even shots. 12 for the Jugglers, 11 for the Hornets. Meanwhile, there still exists a 0 on the side of the Jugglers. Face off, one back by the Hornets. Tyler Main trying to send it up to Teddy Smart, but he put it right in his feet. That'll go up and out. It'll get into the hands of Trevor Chase. He sends it towards the center. Oh, and it's a save by Chris Finger. Wow, he was able to glove that one up. He had to reach back for it. And he was able to keep that 0 up on the board. Oh, the commentator's curse does not strike. Face off. One by FM. They try to get it out of there. It went just off the back of Lucas Cornish here. Here comes Greg Manzi into the Jugglers, and he shoots it, and it goes wide of the net. Keeping it in, though. Brady Moore, ran into the boards there. Here comes Mohawk Valley the other way. A shot, a save from Chris Finger. He'll turn it into the near side. Greg Manzi just getting it out of the zone there. Drew Main grabbing it as it popped back into the Hornets' end. He'll get it over to Patnode. Patnode trying to get it across to the other side, but gets off the skate there of Sean Graziano, and he will get it out of the zone here. Getting it up off the stick there of Tyler Main. They'll get it deep into the Jugglers' end. Over to the far side. They'll get it off of their own boards, Mohawk Valley. That'll go all the way down, and that will be an icing. 15:03 left to go in the second period of play. The score remains 3 for the Hornets, none for the Jugglers so far. Face off to the right of Noah Narolis and the Jugglers' end. And a little bit of Siri here. Face off tied up, one back deep into the zone. Mohawk Valley just trying to get their hands on it solidly here, and they do. They'll come up the near side. Grabbing that, Jacob Masker. Yes, sir. We'll get it up into the Hornets' end. Ives leaving it for Lorraine. Lorraine in the near corner. Gets it taken away from him, but it pops across to Nico Capriati. They'll send it back across off the boards there. And that will technically be an icing. Face off now to the left of Chris Finger after that icing. And if you aren't already, make sure you follow us on Instagram at FM Hornets Hockey for the latest and greatest concerning your Hornets team, including updates on the team, videos, and extras. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. One back across the crease there. Mohawk Valley taking a shot, but it gets wide into the far corner. Grabbing that. Grayson Mucha, he'll set it up, and Henry Dougherty gets a big hit put on him. They'll argue that a cross-check there. But Henry Dougherty just got put on his back. Alex Celerico now taking it for Mohawk Valley up the far side. Into the Hornets' end. Coming across. He's not able to take a shot, and it pops across towards that near face-off circle. Keeping it in is Mohawk Valley. They'll send it into the near corner. A penalty will come, and Mohawk Valley will get the penalty here. And I believe that is their first of the game. This one going to Jacob Pacello. I believe this one will be for interference. 13:58 left to go in this second period of play, and the Hornets getting their first power play of the game. And you wonder, can they extend their lead? Well, we'll have to see. We'll know in about 2 minutes of playing time. Face off one back by the Hornets, back to Greg Manzi. He walks across the blue line. Get into the near side for Drew Main. Main getting it deep for Tonkovic. Tonkovic in the near corner. Looking over his options, he hands it back to Drew Main. Main back up to Greg Manzi. He walks towards the far side now. Manzi with a shot, and it's off the post. And keeping that one in is Tyler Main. Main giving it to Manzi. Manzi looking to walk it in here rather slowly. Gets it over for Joey Lavaroni. He will hand it back to Manzi after a little bit of a scrum play there. Manzi walking it in. Sending it back across. Leveroni's not able to catch it. And that will pop out of the zone, and the Hornets will have to regroup. Drew Main sending it off the boards here, up for Tonkovic. He'll send it up for Leveroni, but it gets just off his stick and into the Jugglers' possession there. Catching that, Tyler Main trying to get it there, but it gets off there. Here comes Sean Graziano, and he's not able to take a shot. Oh my goodness, I am not sure what just happened there. Sean Graziano got tripped up, and he went with himself with the puck into the goal, and they will call that no goal. He wanted desperately for that one to be a goal after the Hornets defense getting a little tied up in the middle there. He grabbed that and went a-running, but the shot will not be a goal. Face off, one forward by the Hornets. Here comes Connor McDonald. He hands it over to Nico Capriati. Coming into the Jugglers' end. He makes a move, not able to keep it. He leaves that for Patno. Patno not able to take a shot himself. Capriati just trying to keep it in the zone, but it gets up to Will Sanzone. Sanzone walking across. Sanzone in the zone. Looking to drop it there. He gives it to Patno. Patno with a shot. Neurolis will save it. Sanzone walking around with it. He shoots it. Neurolis will save it again. Capriati getting it towards the center, but Mohawk Valley will ice that out of the zone. Chris Finger leaving that for Charlie Lorraine. Lorraine looking over his options. Coming through the center. Walking it all his own. Into the zone, looking to set something up. 20 seconds left to go in the power play. Nico Capriati going to the near corner for it. Grabbing that, though, is Lucas Cornish of Mohawk Valley. Connor McDonald, though, for the Hornets. Down to Capriati. They've not got much time left, about 8 seconds. And Mohawk Valley just trying to get it out of the zone, and they do. And we will be even strength. This Finger leaving that for Charlie Lorraine. Lorraine looking over his options from the Hornets' end. A stretch pass up there for Sanzone. It just went off his stick there. They will wave off the icing. Neurolis putting it into the far corner. Sanzone grabbing that. Neurolis nearly falling on his rear there. Here comes Sanzone off the boards. He's not able to get a shot off, and Mohawk Valley will get the possession and get it out of the zone. Teddy Smart going for it on the far boards. Into the Hornets' end now. Behind the net of Finger. He gets some pressure there from Trevor Dzidzic. Mohawk Valley just trying to put all the pressure on they can. Here comes Patnode through the middle. He'll get it over to Henry Dougherty. Dougherty with a shot. Blocked away by Neurolis. Dougherty still with it there. It gets into the hands of Mohawk Valley, though. They'll send it back into the far corner. Dzidzic. He'll send it up the boards. And they'll pop out of the zone. Tonkovic will have to get it for the Hornets. Gets it off the boards there and gets it up to Grayson Mucha. He will forward that up into the Mohawk Valley end. And he and Walker Thompson will go in to put some forecheck on. Grayson Mucha sending it into the near corner now. Grabbing that for Mohawk Valley is Aiden Tellerico. Getting it across, though, are the Jugglers. Teddy Smart stopping that with a shot now, and it goes wide of the net. Getting that, Henry Dougherty. Try to get it back for Teddy Smart, but here comes Mohawk Valley the other way. Tellerico sending it up for Tellerico again. Brothers there. They will not get a shot off on this occasion. Alex Tellerico trying to grab that, but it'll get up and off the boards. A shot there, and it'll go wide of the net. Ryan Tonkovic grabbing it off the near boards. Keeping it in, though, is Mohawk Valley. With a shot, it'll go wide of the net. Henry Dougherty grabbing that for the Hornets. Looking over his options. Oh, he stopped there in the soft ice. Wasn't able to dig in there. And Mohawk Valley will get the possession. Looking it up to the point man, and it'll pop out of the zone. Here comes Walker Thompson. He was able to forward that up. But Jacob Mazur able to possess that for Mohawk Valley a little bit dangerously close to his net. Nonetheless, Mohawk Valley coming the other way. Joey Leveroni, though, looking to spoil the party. He comes into the Mohawk Valley end now with the possession. Looking to send it across. Walker Thompson able to get it there. Neurolis not quite covering that. And Michael LeDuc just trying to find it there. A little bit of a battle with Jacob Mazur. Walker Thompson on the far boards now. Into the corner for Joey Leveroni. They'll send it out for McDonald. He sends it back, but no shot will come. Keeping it in there is Colton Ives for the Hornets. Noah Chen sending it back in. They'll get it to the near side now. A big hit from Leveroni. A big hit from LeDuc. And a shot from Charlie Lorraine. But that one was gloved down by Neurolis. 9:09 remaining in this second period of play. Boy, oh boy. That was quite the long sequence there. Face off now in the Mohawk Valley end to the left of Noah Norolis. Face off. One into the corner there. Here comes Noah Chen towards the net, but Mohawk Valley is able to get their sticks on it. They try to get it up and out of their zone. Keeping it in valiantly is Grady Moore, sacrificing the body to do so. And it'll pop out of the zone nonetheless. Gavin Patnote sending it back in. The Hornets will have to regroup. Over in the near corner now. The Jugglers able to get it up and out of the zone. They will declare that no icing. Gavin Patnote picking it up behind the net of Finger. He'll hand it up the near boards for Noah Chen. But it'll get into the hands of Lucas Cornish. Here comes Mohawk Valley the other way. Reese Kennedy sending it towards the center. Diseases shot. A save. Oh, and it went off the post. Wow. Trevor Diseases had quite the opportunity there. 4x6. Here comes Joey Leveroni. A save from Norolis. And that'll pop off the boards. And that will be an icing. Wow, what an opportunity that just was. But boy, oh boy, 4x6, and he missed it by an inch. $8-11 left to go in the second period of play. Face off now to the left of Noah Norolis in the Mohawk Valley Jugglers end. Speaking of the advertisement up on the boards there, I believe, if I'm recalling correctly, and this may be the only arena in Section 3 that is actually able to serve alcohol. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties once again. Here comes Greg Manzi, though, back into the zone. Sends it across there for Drew Main. They're not able to get it. Mohawk Valley sending it to the near side here. Sending it up for Greg Manzi in the center. He's not able to get a shot off. Drew Main trying to keep it in, but it's instead Tyler Main. Sends it over for Tonkovic with a shot. Gets redirected down there. Back for Drew Main it goes. Into the far corner he will skate. Cycling it down for Greg Manzi. Manzi back in for Drew Main. He shoots that, but it goes wide of the net. Into the far corner now. Mohawk Valley trying to send it up, but Greg Manzi able to keep it in. He will send that back deep into the zone as as a bunch of his players go to change. As Mohawk Valley dumping that in. And that'll be no icing as Charlotte Lorraine picks it up behind the net of Chris Finger. Coming up the far side. Coming up the near side, sending it to the far side for Connor McDonald. He will hand it back for Charlotte Lorraine. Lorraine getting it up off the glass there. A little bit of an interesting play there as it popped up high. Charlotte Lorraine will get that back. Mohawk Valley just trying to get it into the Hornets end however they can. Meanwhile, Charlotte Lorraine taking a shot. He takes another shot and it goes wide. Now it'll go all the way out of the zone. Chris Finger stopping that, getting it almost out of the zone there. Golden Eyes getting it up, and Nico Capriati able to get it around there, but the referees will deem that tripping. Boy, oh boy, that is what a sacrifice play is. He sacrificed his body and a penalty just to get it away from Mohawk Valley. And no shot will come, and thus no goal. Was it a worthy sacrifice? Well, in 2 minutes we shall find out. Face off one back by Mohawk Valley. Getting it to Cornish. He takes a shot, and it's saved by Chris Finger. As Mohawk Valley pushing off Michael LeDuc there as they Tried to get a scrum going in the crease of Chris Finger. Now face off to his right once again. Back to Cornish. He takes a shot, and it's turned away by Finger. Another shot turned away once again. I think that one might have gone off the outside of the net here. That'll pop out for Michael Leduc. Here comes Leduc for the Hornets. Entering the zone. He and Noah Chen will try to do some forechecking here. Leduc getting pinned. Noah Chen coming in to help. Just trying to eke out some time along the boards. Towards the far corner it goes now. Mohawk Valley getting possession back. They'll send it across into the hands of Luke Williams. Williams dumping it in. Send it in. It'll roll around to the near side here. They'll send it back in deep again. Brady Moore in the far corner now. Sending it up. Jugglers able to keep it in. Now with a shot, and it goes over the net. Grabbing that. Jacob Pacello. Pacello trying to get a shot off there. It went off the stick there of Noah Chen. Pacello still with it along the near boards. Noah Chen will get it out of the zone for the Hornets. Mohawk Valley still with possession. Able to keep it here, but it gets into the hands of Gavin Patnode. Here he comes, and he shoots it, and it's gloved down by Neurolis. He will not choose to cover. Here comes Greg Manzi. He will dump that back in, but it gets into the hands of Mohawk Valley. They'll look to get it up and out of their zone here. Sending it to the near side, to the center now. Taking that away, though, is Greg Manzi. He'll come back in, try to get a shorty here. With 23 seconds left to go in the penalty. And they'll get off the boards there. And the slow ice of the Nexus Center, it seems, will strike once again. Mohawk Valley possessing it below the goal line. Trevor Jones just looking over his options here. He wants perhaps even strength here. Greg Manzi just trying to force his hand. And he will come out, and we will be even strength. Nico Capriati will step back onto the ice. And it seems that his sacrifice was a worthy one. A shot will be gloved down by Chris Finger. 4:02 left to go in this second period of play. The score, 3 for the Hornets, none for the Jugglers so far. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. The Hornets end. Face off tied up there. One forward by the Jugglers. They get it towards Chris Finger's net, and he will grab that and cover it. But a little bit of a delayed whistle will force him to try to be like, yes, I do have the puck. 3:59 now left to go. Face off to his left once again. Face off. One forward by the Hornets. Here comes Henry Dougherty. He'll hand it up to Walker Thompson. Thompson coming into the zone. We are 5-on-5 once again. Oh, and a hit there. Didn't exactly go so well for the Jugglers. Keeping that one in is Grayson Mucha. Now Henry Dougherty with a shot turned away by Neurolis. Walker Thompson getting it deep there, but it'll get off a deflection there. Golden Knives with it at the point. It'll pop out and out of the zone. Up for Charlie Lorraine. Lorraine circling back around towards the near side now. He'll get it up for Walker Thompson. He gets a big hit put on him by Lucas Cornish. Nonetheless, he dumps it in. Mohawk Valley possessing it. Dalton Eisenhut coming up now. Keeping it in is Walker. Are the Hornets. Here come the Jugglers. The other way now. Sending it towards the center, but no shot will come. Charlotte Lorraine trying to knock off that Juggler there. He's got the puck through the middle now. He evades one. He's trying to evade two. Gets a big hit put on him. Seems to be of no effect. He's able to kick it in, but here comes Alex Tellerico, and here comes Greg Manzi just trying to stop him. A shot, a save by Chris Finger. And boy, oh boy, the Mohawk Valley Jugglers have gotten several opportunities just like that tonight. But so far, none were capitalized. Face-off one back by the Jugglers. They'll get it into the near corner. Alex Tellerico looking to get a goal back. He'll send it down for Luke Williams. Williams facing a big hit there from Greg Manzi. He'll knock that puck just away there. Or sorry, that was Drew Main. I saw the red gloves. A shot now from Mohawk Valley. It gets deflected wide of the net. It'll go to the near corner, or the far corner. Brady Moore getting a big hit put on him there. The Jugglers will send it back in. And Chris Finger will make sure that one is covered. 2:15 left to go in this second period of play. And Siri visiting us again, it seems. 2:15 left to go in this second period of play. Face off to the left of Chris Finger in the Hornets' end. Face off one back by Mohawk Valley. They're a little delayed to take the shot. They will dump it in after they bobbled it there. In the corner it goes. Here comes Connor McDonald. Setting it up for Nico Capriati. Capriati dumping it in on net. Neurolis will turn it away. Into the far corner it goes. Into the near corner now for Mohawk Valley. Keeping it in is Brian Tonkovich. Off the near boards. Over for Capriati. Along the near side up for Tonkovich at the point. He'll send it back in, but it gets deflected off the near boards. And the Jugglers will get it out. Tonkovich sending it back in. Stopping that, Neurolis. Behind his net. Trevor Jones with it there, getting it off the near side. Mohawk Valley just trying to get it out here. It'll go down deep into the corner for Nico Capriati, but grabbing that for the Jugglers is Kennedy, Reese Kennedy. He'll get it back after a pass there from Dzizic. Coming into the Hornets end, sending it towards the center. A shot, a save from Chris Finger, and he will cover that. And the Hornets making sure there, and the, boy oh boy. This game has gotten rough here. The Hornets making sure that no harm, no foul is done to their goaltender. And after several times this game, Mohawk Valley's just tried to poke and poke and poke and poke at the glove of Chris Finger. FM not quite taking it the best. 1:16 remains in this second period of play. Fortunately, I wouldn't call that quite a fight, more of a dog pile. Ryan Tonkovich, it seems, will be getting a penalty here. You heard the man. 2 minutes for roughing on Brian Tonkovich. And the Hornets will go down on a penalty kill once more. Getting it to the far corner for Charlotte Rain. He'll get it all the way out and deep into the Jugglers' end. Taking that, Lucas Cornish. Cornish getting it back around. Jugglers working it out. Williams handing it up for 24 Pacello. Back to Williams. Williams sending a shot in, and it's gloved down by Chris Finger. 53.8 seconds left to go in this second period of play. Face off one back by Mohawk Valley. A big shot, and a deflection will come, but it gets off the pad there of Chris Finger. I thought he may have been a little afraid of that one. Tellerico sending it towards the center, but it pops out and out of the zone. Having to go grab that is Cornish. He'll send it off the near boards. Up for Williams. Williams getting it back into the hands of Dalton Eisenhut. He will get it back. Luke Williams coming through the near side here. Drops that for Pacello. It'll be number 12. They're taking a big hit, or a big shot there, Cornish. Another shot, another save, a rebound, and it's saved once again by Chris Finger. Or it was blown away. Blown dead. I think it may have been loose. The referees lost sight of it once again. But Chris Finger will save it once again. 14.2 seconds remain in this second period of play. Face off. One forward there by Mohawk Valley. They're trying to take a shot here as they have the power play. Joey Leveroni going to the far side for it. 5 seconds left to go in the period. FM trying to send it out. A shot from Graziano, and it's saved by Chris Finger as the buzzer sounds. And wowee, what a performance this period from that man right there, Chris Finger. And the score after 2 is 3 for the Hornets, none for the Jugglers. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We will have third period of action here on the Hornets Hockey Network. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back. It's sure to be a good one.
All right, man. Get those chuckle balls.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network. We're back here at the Nexus Center for period 3 of your FM Hornets versus the Mohawk Valley Jugglers. The score after 2 is 3 for the Hornets, none for the Jugglers.
Let's give it up for your Jugglers. In the third period here, let's go.
17 minutes are back on the clock, and we're here for the third period. And we will start it off with FM on a penalty kill due to a little dogpiling incident in which Brian Tonkovich took the penalty for it. Jugglers, though, try to possess it as they can. Noah Chen sending it deep the other way. Having that, going to Rollis. He'll hand that over to his defenders. Having that, Lucas Cornish. He'll send it off the far boards. Keeping it in Noah Chen with a couple moves here. He'll send it back the other way. And he gets a big hit put on him, and the referees will determine that that is a penalty. That's 2 for cross-checking. And Jacob Pacello on his own senior night. Man, oh man. Was trying to get the puck away, and not quite the cleanest of methods. And just like that, and now, due to that, we will have 10 seconds of juicy 4-on-1, 4-on-4. Face off, one back into the corner by Mohawk Valley. They'll send it to the far side here. Tyler Main grabbing that for the Hornets, though. He'll hand it over to Greg Manzi. Manzi looking over his options. He shoots, and it goes over the net of Neurolis. Even that, Gavin Patno, that goes off the outside of the net there. Grabbing that is Trevor Jones for Mohawk Valley. Putting on some pressure is Brian Tonkovich. Looking it off the near boards and out of the zone. As Mohawk Valley is now on the penalty kill here. Here comes Greg Manzi around the net of Finger. They'll come up the far side, looking over his options. Come back towards the center. He shoots it. Save made by Rollis, and it was a little bit of a dangerous rebound there. Thankfully, it was scooped up by him. 15:48 left to go in this third period of play. And 1:22 left to go in the penalty for Pacello. This face-off won back by the Hornets, but a little bit too far. Greg Manzi's got to go quickly, and he holds up the stick there. And will they call that a hooking? And I believe that they may just. And the referees calling a penalty here, and they will call that a hook. Although, from my perspective up here, Greg Manzi made it clear that he was trying to reach the bottom half of the stick there. Maybe he didn't have enough speed, but the referees will determine that he did hook. And so after that, now we will have a minute 10 of Ever So Fun 4-on-4. Noah Chen sending it over to the other side towards the Hornets bench here. Nico Capriati taking it the other way. He will dump it in. Below the goal line, picking it up for Mohawk Valley is Dalton Eisenhut. Noah Chen, though, and to put some pressure on. He's able to keep that there with his skate momentarily. But Sean Graziano picking that up for Mohawk Valley. Trying to make some moves around Noah Chen here. And he and the Jugglers will break it out the other way. Here they come off the far side here. Lucas Cornish sending it across. Oh, wow. A dangerous redirect there. Here comes Charlie Lorraine. Through the center, into the Jugglers' end. Looking to take a shot. He does, and it goes wide. Trevor Zidzic sending it out. Nico Capriati now taking a shot, and it goes wide. Narolas knocking that away as it came off the boards right back towards his net. And here comes Mohawk Valley the other way. Trevor Zidzic grabbing that puck at the blue line. Charlotte Lorraine just trying to put on all the pressure he can. Here he comes back. And he almost made a shot there. He tried to get it off his backhand, but it did not catch air. And Chris Finger was able to spot it and cover it. 14:27 left to go in this third period of play. And we have just 1 second left to go in 4-on-4 here. And Jazidzic taking a shot quickly off that faceoff. It'll go to the far side now. And the Hornets are on the penalty kill. And they will send that down deep. Ronarolas stopping it for number 18, Trevor Jones. He'll go into the near corner. Looking over his options as he and his team are a man up. He'll send it to his partner across. He sends it up to Trevor Zidzic. They'll send it off the boards there for Pisello. Fresh out of the box. Brady Moore getting it off the far boards again the other way. Mohawk Valley recovering. Looking over their options. He sends it across for Trevor Jones. Jones coming up the boards here. He sends it in. And it'll go off the back boards and out the other way. Brady Moore putting on a big hit. And it's Will Sanzone. We'll send it all the way down. And Noah Narolas will stop it from Mohawk Valley. Going in there, Trevor Jones facing some pressure there from Connor McDonald. He's able to keep that puck. Trying to pass it across there for Greg Mancy. And instead, Mohawk Valley will pass it over him. And here comes Mohawk Valley the other way. Luke Williams into the zone. He's not able to take a shot as he gets a bit of a Hornet sandwich there. Luke Williams able to recover the puck again. But it's Brady Moore who sends it off the far boards. A redirect, and that'll go over Chris Finger. And Mohawk Valley has finally put a mark up on the board. And a redirect will erase the 0 off the boards. But you have to give Chris Finger credit. That is 1 goal after 32 shots. 1 goal off of a deflection. Face off, 1 forward by the Hornets. Here comes the Hornets. And that one, I believe, was a power play goal, too. So they got it however they could. And nonetheless, Mohawk Valley is on the board. Lucas Cornish sending it deep into the Hornets' end. Petty Smart stopping it in the far corner. Sending it to the near side for Michael LeDuc. Looking it off the boards, keeping it in, though, is Eisenhut. He'll shoot it, and it's turned away by Finger. Noah Chen sending it off the glass there. Keeping that in is Cornish. They'll send it back deep again. Rolling all the way around to the near boards. Going for it. Oh, and he let Trevor Zidzic just go into the boards there. Mohawk Valley sending it back in. And getting it is Joey Leveroni of the Hornets. Here he comes up the other way. Into the Mohawk Valley end. Looking over his options. Sending it back there. But it's Mohawk Valley who will send it up and out of play into the stands. And someone apparently didn't like their souvenir, so they sent it back into the arena. .12:07 left to go in this third period of play. 3-1 is our new score. Face off to the right of Noah Narolas. Face-off one back by the Hornets. A shot from Manzi, and it goes just wide of the corner. Golden Knives keeping it in. Here comes Drew Main trying to grab that possession. Main in the far corner. Looking over his options, sending it towards the center. And Greg Manzi wasn't able to possess it this time. Here comes Drew Main now in the other corner. Main getting it for Manzi. They get it towards the center, but no shot will come. Manzi with it in the near corner. Looking over his options as he comes dancing across the blue line. Over to Lorraine. He shoots it. A save. A rebound. And they're not able to capitalize. And Norolis will cover. $11:32 remains in this third period of play. The score is 3 for the Hornets, 1 for the Jugglers. Face off to the left of Noah Norolis. Face off one back there by the Hornets, but a little bit too far after a little bit of play. Chris Finger stopping that for Gavin Patno. Patno getting it over to Brady Moore. A little bit dangerously close to that net. Moore looking over his options in the corner. Gets it up and out of play. That gets off the stick there of Trevor Jones. And that'll be no icing here. Mohawk Valley trying to get that and keeping that in with a kick there was Gavin Patno. They'll send it towards the center. No shot will come this time. Walker Thompson now trying to work it in. And number 27, Luke Williams, he will get it off the boards. And that will be an icing. And Chris Finger trying to reason with the ref on the other side to shuck it down the length of the ice. But nope, the ref will take it himself. Face off now to the right of Noah Norolis. And if you aren't already, make sure you follow us on Instagram at FM Hornets Hockey for the latest and greatest concerning your Hornets team, including updates, videos, and extras. Connor McDonald sending it towards the center. No shot will come from Nico Capriati. It bounced just wide of the net. Back towards the center once again. It goes to the far side, though. Trevor Zizic sending it towards the center with Reese Kennedy. Eddie Smart grabbing it in the Hornets' end. Behind the net of Finger. He'll send it off the far boards. And keeping it in is Mohawk Valley. He'll send it back. Mohawk Valley trying to get it there as some of the parents here clearly not registering it in their minds that I do have a hot mic. A shot, and it's gloved away by Chris Finger.
Next drawing for the Mohawk Valley Juggler Hockey Young Draft Ball.
Like I said, this is Mohawk Valley's senior night here. And so far, it hasn't exactly gone their way. The score is 3-1 the Hornets. And they will win that face-off back. Over to Michael LeDuc on the far side. He tried to get it just out there. And that will be offsides as the linesman blows his whistle. 9:55 left to go in this third period of play. Less than 10 minutes to go in regulation time. Face-off on the opposite side of the ice from the Hornets bench. Gets one back by FM. Lorraine taking that. He'll try to get it off the near boards here. And Mohawk Valley sending that back in. Deep in there, onto the far corner. In for Mohawk Valley. McMatza trying to hand that in. But here comes Charlie Lorraine up to Noah Chen, up to Michael LeDuc. LeDuc getting some pressure put on. Leaves that for Leveroni. He's not able to take a shot as he bit a little dust there. And keeping it in another Hornets. Noah Chen with it there. Leaving that for Michael LeDuc. LeDuc dumping it back in. Leveroni going for it. He gets a big hit put on him, Jacob Mazur. He'll get it up to Colin Ives. Ives with a shot. Save made by Norolis. A rebound, and it goes wide of the net. Greg Manzi trying to get it towards the center again. Colin Ives able to keep it in. Off the boards it goes. Joey Leveroni with it there in the near side. He sends it towards the center again, but gets into the hands of Mohawk Valley. He'll stretch pass it up for number 27, Luke Williams. And it will be intercepted by the Hornets. Here comes Tyler Main the other way into the Jugglers' end. A shot, a save from Norolis. Back in again, a shot, and it's another save from Noah Norolis. Charlie Lorraine getting a big hit put on him by Jacob Pisello. And the Hornets will get that quickly back into the other end as the referee had to duck there. We didn't get hit by the big shot from Gavin Patnode. Here comes Mohawk Valley Jugglers. Courtesy of Trevor Jones up the far side. Into the Hornets' end now. Looking to get a shot on it. Saved by Chris Finger. Face off. Now to the right of Chris Finger in the Hornets' end. Face off one back by Drew Main of the Hornets. Gavin Patnode getting it off the boards there. Taking that. The Jugglers, they'll try to get it the other way. And the referee falls down on his rear. Here comes Gavin Patnode the other way. Keeping it in, though, with his stick there is Alex Tellerico. Brady Moore having to go for it quickly. Behind the net of Finger. He'll come to the near side now. But facing a bit of pressure there, he'll stop and hand it off to Tyler Main. Main hands it up to Greg Manzi. They'll try to weave through the defense here. Coming into the Jugglers' end. Around the net it goes. Towards the center, and no shot will come. Here comes Mohawk Valley the other way. Alex Tellerico into the Hornets' end. Coming back. He shoots it. Oh, and they knock the net off Chris Finger. Just crashing the net a little too hard. 7:28 left to go in this third period of the game. Face off to the left of Chris Finger. Face off one back by the Hornets. Gets it up for Dalton Eisenhut, and it gets intercepted there by Walker Thompson. He will forward. Dalton Eisenhut grabbing that for the Jugglers again. Gets it up to Graziano. He gets it across there for Cornish. Gets it up for Dzidzic. He will try to leave that for someone here on the near side. That's Grayson Mucha in working there. He gets it across for Brian Tonkovic. Gets a little tripped up there. Dzidzic handing it over to Graziano. Graziano trying to take a shot, but it gets redirected wide of the net there. Teddy Smart off the near boards. It'll just pass Henry Dougherty, and it'll get out of the zone. Cornish sending it up for Graziano. And grabbing that, though, is, I believe that is Connor McDonald. He'll try to send it towards the center there, and he had a little bit of a handle on one of the Jugglers' jerseys there. Charlotte Lorraine trying to tell the referee to get out of his way. He is coming through. Thankfully, he didn't truck him over. Lucas Cornish getting it to the near side here. And up come the Jugglers. And they were not able to get much further than the red line here. Sanzone and Capriati doing their work. But it gets back to Charlotte Lorraine. Lorraine for the Hornets. Getting it off the near boards. It'll get up just off the stick there of Noah Chen. They will not call that icing. And here comes Mohawk Valley the other way. Charlotte Lorraine keeping it in for the Hornets. A shot goes wide. Going to get it, Nico Capriati. He'll hand it over to Sanzone. We'll try to hand it back to Capriati. But the Jugglers try to keep it in. Get it out now. A shot from Colton Ives. It goes wide of the net. Capriati trying to get it on there. And Colton Ives will grab that. We're going to send it the other way. Just trying to keep it along the boards. And Noah Chen handing it across. Nico Capriati having to go for it. Jacob Mazur getting some pressure from Capriati. And in comes Will Sanzone to help him out. And a big hit was leveled there by Eric Huball. The Hornets unable to keep it in. And sending it in are the Hornets. They will go in once again. And Mohawk Valley will have to get that back in. And a bonk of a save there by one of the men on the bench. He talked it with his head back into the ice. But nonetheless, that will be stop to play. With 5:08 left to go in this third period. Face off one back by the Hornets. Sending it back, Brady Moore. Looking over his options. Tried to get it back up there. Mohawk Valley. Tried to send it towards the center. Patnode giving it up, and a shot was saved by Chris Finger. 4:52 remains in this third period to play, and it's hard to believe that the Mohawk Valley Jugglers have put more shots up on the board than the Hornets have, yet they have 2 less goals. Face off, one back by the Jugglers. It gets out of the zone though, as the D-men were not holding that line. They'll get back into the Hornets' end nonetheless. Grabbing that, Teddy Smart going the other way. Looking to fool number 24, Jacob Pacello there. But nonetheless, Mohawk Valley looking to get it back. Ryan Tonkovich sending it up and out of the zone. Stopping that in the center, Trevor Jones. He'll send it back in. Ryan Tonkovich behind the net. Looking over his options. 4:20 left to go in this third period. Gets it up for Tyler Main. It'll get off his stick there. And that'll go up and be an icing. 4:12 left to go in this third period of play. Another face-off in the Hornets' end here. Not that it's a regular occurrence this game, unfortunately. Face-off one back by the Hornets. They'll get it out of their end quickly. Here comes Tyler Main. Across the blue line it goes. They'll get it up and off the boards there. Mohawk Valley just trying to get the possession. Drew Main getting a little hung up by the referee's presence there. And Main will kick it up the near boards here. Picking it up, though, is Trevor Dzidzic. He'll send it to the far side and deep into the Hornets' end. That will be an icing. This time, the faceoff will go to the Jugglers' end. 3:47 left to go in this third period of play. Face-off now to the right of Noah Narolis. It seems that is the more likely occurrence this game. Face-off one back by the Jugglers. They'll get it back along the far boards. Keeping it in, though, is Brady Moore. They'll get it back below the goal line. And fooling the Hornets forecheckers there are the Jugglers. They'll get it out and up and out of the zone. That will be an icing after Jugglers tried to get a passing play going there, but it went just under his stick. 3:30 left to go in the third. Face off now to the right of Noah Narolis in the Jugglers' end. Face off one forward by the Jugglers. They'll try to get it out of their zone. It gets back in deep, courtesy of the Hornets. They'll send it back in. Trevor Dzidzic getting it back out. The Hornets making sure it doesn't go over that center red line. And they'll dump it back into the Jugglers' end. Grayson Mucha along the boards helping out. Henry Dougherty will go deep in to help him out. Dalton Eisenhot keeping that in is Gavin Patnode. He will walk it in and shoot it, and it goes wide and up into the netting. .258 now left to go in this third period. And boy, other than that first period, for the Hornets at least, it's been a little bit of a slow game. And like I said at the beginning of the second period, we've heard reports from parents and players that this new ice here at the Nexus Center isn't exactly the fastest. The Jugglers getting it just out of their zone here. And sending it back in are the Hornets, courtesy of Connor McDonald this time. Narola stopping it, leaving it for Trevor Jones. Jones getting it back up for the Jugglers. Getting it out is Mohawk Valley. Brian Tonkovich sending it off the far boards, though. But here comes Mohawk Valley intercepting that. They'll try to get a shot on at least. But they send it towards the center. Brian Tonkovich will send it off the glass, and that'll go up for Will Sanzone. Trying to handle a bobbling puck here. Off the boards it goes, and keeping it in is Connor McDonald. Sending it back out is Mohawk Valley. Brian Tonkovich making a couple moves here. He shoots it in on Narolis. Narolis will turn it away. Mohawk Valley getting their hand forced here by Will Sanzone. Now Noah Chen coming in to help, but it'll go far out and back up for Nick Matza. Matza leaving that for, I believe that was Tellerico, but nonetheless, the Hornets coming back up the other way. Will Sanzone trying to stop, that's Teddy Smart putting on some pressure at the blue line. Get it off the boards there. Capriati sending it off the near boards, and that'll go out of the zone. That'll get into the hands of Dalton Eisenhot. He gets a hit put on him. But it gets back for Charlie Lorraine. He'll send it towards the center. Here comes Sandzone. Off the boards it goes up into the zone of the Jugglers. And that'll be an icing. Because Sandzone is behind that center red line. 1:29 left to go in this third period of play. And unfortunately, you can kind of realize that I'm a little out of breath up here. Just trying to commentate this game as I can, you know? Face off, one forward by the Jugglers. They tried to lift that over Chris Finger, and Chris Finger got his bell rung a little there. He's temporarily without his stick there. He sent it towards the center. No shot will come. The shot just there. It'll go there. Noah Chen sending it down. It'll go just wide of that open net. And boy, oh boy, I didn't even know that it was open. Maybe that's saying something about the pace of this game. Chris Finger having to reel a little bit there. He was holding his head in the crease. None of the rest of even checked in on him. Nothing like that. His players making sure that he's okay though. We'll play this next 104 of the period. Stopping that. Brady Moore just trying to eke out all the time he can. In with Drew Main. Brady Moore and Drew Main just trying to kill that clock. But it gets out for Mohawk Valley. They'll come back out. Graziano not able to take a shot. Drew Main controlling that for the Hornets. Getting it off the near boards. Tyler Main along the boards there. Here comes Drew Main. He gets it up for Greg Manzi. Manzi coming in. And it's just in! And Greg Manzi will get his first of the game. So that's 2 from Noah Chen, 1 from Drew Main, and 1 from Greg Manzi. And boy, oh boy, our members of the Nats organization are having a good night tonight. 31.8 seconds left to go in this third period. And it is 4-1. A backhand shot, and it's saved by Chris Finger. He didn't quite know where that was. Didn't hear a whistle, so that means it's not a goal. It'll go back all the way up, and that'll be an icing. The linesman didn't have his arm up, but the referees not wanting to get this game over with, it seems. If only to be a fly on the shoulder of either one of those referees to hear exactly what they're talking about. 16.4 seconds left to go in this third period. Winning that forward of the Hornets and keeping it in are the Mohawk Valley Jugglers. They'll get it back. Teddy Smart in the near corner. Just trying to kill off some time. Towards the center it goes. And they'll try to get a shot off. Noah Chen getting it off the far boards. They're up for Dalton Eisenhut. And that'll do it for the regular season of your FM Hornets. Ending on a high out here in Utica. Final score, 4 for the Hornets, 1 for the Jugglers. And boy, oh boy, that was a game of establishing a lead in the first period and just making sure that it was maintained. They do end their game with a 3-goal lead as they ended the first period, but not quite in the same style. Nonetheless, that'll do it for tonight's contest. And I'd say one of the stars of this game has to be Noah Chen for his 2 goals, but also Chris Finger for 39 shots faced and only 1 let in. And I'll remind you, that was a goal off of a deflection. And that was during a power play, I believe, as well. So, a well-performed game from Chris Finger and our 3 goal scorers, Noah Chen, Drew Main, and Greg Manzi. But that'll do it for the regular season of your FM Hornets. Join us here on the Hornets Hockey Network for the sectional tournament. It's win or you're done every time, all the way up to the sectional final. Can the Hornets get there? Well, through a little bit of will Maybe they can. Who knows? But keep it here on the Hornets Hockey Network as we cover those games. We'll update you with the schedule of that sectional tournament as it comes out. But that'll do it from us here at the Nexus Center. Thank you all for watching and or listening. We really couldn't do it without your support here. And from the Nexus Center in Utica, we say good night. Final score, 4-1, Hornets over the Jugglers. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.